Hey, everybody. All right. Something a little different today. I know many of you have probably noticed that pretty much every video I post, I end it with a little phrase that says, hey, just play your guitar. So today, I want to take a look at kind of what I mean by that. All right. I've never really fully explained it. And I want to show you that we don't always have to have a fully mapped out destination in mind when we pick up our guitar on a daily basis. Okay? We don't always have to be writing a song. We don't always have to be learning a song. We don't always have to be playing a song. And we don't always have to be playing to backing tracks or anything like that. We can just pick up our guitar and play. Now, what are we playing? Well, good question. Hopefully, we're going to be playing, and you're playing, well, a lot of the things that you see us talk about on the open streams, the live streams every week, and also as the subject of some of the videos that I've been posting over the last few months. And we're going to use some of those philosophies and techniques and just play our guitars. All right, so let's imagine we are, in our backyard, on our deck, around the fire, at the cottage, over at a friend's house. Maybe it's just a lazy Friday afternoon. We're having a couple of beverages, and we just want to play our guitar, right? Now, just because we pick up our guitar, it doesn't mean we always have to have a mapped out destination. Now, you often hear me end videos with, hey, just play your guitar. This is exactly what I mean, right? No plan, no destination. We're just trying bit by bit to be creative and make music. Now, in order to be creative, we got to take risks, right? So this is the best time to take those risks when nobody's watching. All right, so let's look at some of the things that I do and what you can do when you noodle. Now remember, I'm an open chord guitar player. So of course, right away when I pick up my guitar, the first thing I generally do is I strum through a few chords. Okay? There might be some things I'm working on, but generally it's whatever I think I play the best, because that's what this is all about. This isn't about learning and stretching yourself and experimenting with, very, very poor results. What I'm asking you to do is do things that you're good at. Do simple things that you're getting good at so that you can start sounding good, right? Okay, and when we start sounding good, that gives us motivation to continue, and that's what this is all about. So in my case, I'll play a few chords, and then I really like to play around with these notes. Now, this is my little Garden of Eden right here, okay? That second fret. I love it here because look, open E, G, open A, C, and then we got these notes right down through here, strings, even 5, 4, 3, and the open version as well, okay? We got those notes. Now, those notes that I just played, those are the foundation. Those are the building blocks of pretty much all the open notes that we play every day, okay? So these are good notes to not only know, these are the notes that we use in our walk-ups and our walk-downs, right? Here are 4 notes right here that are so important in the open position. They come up so much. Then we have our A. Okay? So it's a good idea to start making music with these. Little riffs, little licks, little things. Now, they're not going to sound the greatest right away, but the better you get, the better your dexterity and your speed and your fingers get, then the better your little licks and riffs are going to sound, okay? So we start out here in this open position. And once we've noodled around here a little bit, now the next thing I like to do is make little 4-note boxes, little note runs, mini note runs, okay? So let's say we're going to use, now remember, we have no rules or restrictions or songs that we're playing to, so let's we can make up things as we go. So I'm going to use this root, E, okay? And all I'm going to do is I'm going to play, maybe implement a slide, a hammer-on, and try to make little musical riffs from my little 4-note box. That's it. Now when you find something that you might like, oh, okay, what was that? Well, that was pretty cool. Play it again and again. Okay, now there's a reason why. First of all, it helps get things into your memory so you don't forget them, so you can come back to that and say, oh, remember that little lick I played. And second of all, when you start advancing to playing nothing but licks, riffs, and even lead guitar, you're going to find out that a lot of that stuff is made up of playing one thing over and over and over again, and even in different positions of the guitar. So you might come up with a little lick off of the E, right? And then you could play that anywhere. You could play it here, right? Or you could play it off of this E here. And that's a lot of times what lead and licks are. They're just playing the same little note runs, but in various places of the guitar over and over and over again. So it's a good idea to replicate them not only in one spot, but if you have the ability to move up the neck, then do so. If you don't have the ability, this is where you get it, where there's no pressure, there's no backing track blasting, there's no time. You can take as much time as you want. So we would do something like this. We'd go, say that was your little lick. Now we can find another E, right? Take your time. Now you do that a few times, you're going to remember where that E is right there. And that's how you learn your fretboard as well, right? You can study and memorize, as I've mentioned in past videos, all you want, but until you do it repetitively, organically, that's how you're going to learn where that E is again next time. So now you got your little riff you play it here. Now you know there's an E here somewhere. Okay? All right, now what I would do is I would start playing to the octave. Okay, so meaning if I start here in E, I want to go to the next E, and that'll be my little run. Okay? If I start in A, I take it to the next octave and back. Right? Okay, now remember I've always told you that if you find a really good note, you can play it 2 frets up, and 99 times out of 100 you'll be just fine. Now remember the whole risk-reward thing. The more risks you take, the better the reward, but you got a chance of failure. So these are things you want to do when you're on your own in a very informal type setting. So in this case, if we started on the A, we could do a little, there's our octave, but we're going to push it. We're going to go up here. And come back. Or we can come back the way we came. Right? Now, let's get real interesting, and let's add a bass note. There's an A. Now we can come off this A. Just do something simple for now. Right? A. Right? Check this out. We can do little things like that with the open strings, right? guys? That's pretty cool. We added in that bass note using an open string. So then we can do something like this. Hit that bass and we can go to this A. Maybe this A. There's the super shape again. So we got all these little things we can do. And if we put any of these together, we could just do something like this. Making some music, right? But we're so relaxed and we're not really following any rules. We're not really following a scale pattern, although we kind of are, but we're not. We're not thinking about them or it or anything as scales. We're just, well, playing our guitar. All right, so don't be afraid to noodle. That's the moral of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. There's some nice little things there. We've incorporated a few of the basic techniques that we've talked about when it comes to playing solos or leads or riffs. 4-note boxes, some slides, hammer-ons, and playing your 4-note boxes in different areas off of the same root note in different areas of the guitar. And overall, it just provides a leisurely, lazy hour or so noodling around with your guitar. And again, that's how you get better. All right, thanks for joining me.